Hello, everybody. Jim Malone here, coming to you live on Dallas Trading Floor. Well, the Fed decided to pause the rate hikes, but it looks like we're going to get two more rate hikes. So, boy, oh boy, I tell you what, it's it's always tough. Yeah, it looks like we're going to get two more rate hikes here, but at least for right now, yeah, at least for right now, we're good to go. Let's kind of look at the numbers here. Basically, the Nasdaq was up today just slightly. The Dow was off, and the S&P was just basically even. So, yeah, I mean the power is in the Nasdaq. Let's take a look at the QQQ. This is the this is the ETF that covers the Nasdaq 100, and it's been really powerful. It's definitely been the thing to be in. The Nasdaq has been where to be. Where to be, and so we're up again today. Now, I want to show you this also because I have some Tesla, and Tesla broke its winning streak. It was 13 days up, so it looks like it right at the 20% above the buy point. This is really interesting. This is very interesting. Right up 20% above the buy point at about 250, actually right at 250. That's kind of where it pulled back. So I have a stop loss in. So I'm going to try to preserve some of that gain here. Let's take a look kind of at the chart. What I did here, these are my buys. As you can see, I came up off the bottom, and then we started really buying on the 28th, basically, and then right below the buy point, and then we just moved it on up. Now I did make one last buy at 260. That was probably too high. I'm going to trim tomorrow, just because I think that will be a good thing to do, to trim, to trim my shares tomorrow, basically at but what I'm doing is I'm putting in a stop loss at about 254, which is the kind of the prior high. So I'm going to trim back a little bit here, take some profits, and kind of just see where it's going, because we'll see what happens, what basically happens. Here's what I've got currently. Here's what I'm in. I've got Tesla, of course. It's pulled back a little bit. I did make one last buy at 260. That was probably a little bit too high. We'll see what happens. But I did make a buy at 260. Then, I'm in Sansera. Didn't make any other buys today. I did take profits on a small portion of my shares in NVIDIA. That was up strongly today. Just want to jump on over to the NVIDIA chart, and just take a quick look at that. And here we go, NVIDIA. There we go. Just really, really strong. You can see where my buy was. My buy was about 380. It's already at 429. Absolutely amazing. I mean, my buy was 380, and then we moved up. So I definitely think we're going to see some more power here. I'm going to be putting my stop loss in. I'm going to be putting my stop loss in at that. Hey, let's try something new. I'm going to put my stop loss in right here at about 419. That's kind of where I'm going to put it. To preserve some of that gain. But again, I did sell. I did sell at 420. I sold right here at 420. Just a portion of my position here was sold basically at 420. So let's kind of mark that on the line there. There we go. So right about there, that's where I did sell, but I didn't sell a lot of it. I still have a position. I'm going to kind of look to see if if it's going to run again. This is looking like it's going to run even higher. So I may come out of some of my positions in Tesla and move into some NVIDIA positions, because I definitely think this could run even higher. It's just sort of, just sort of powerful, just sort of a powerful move altogether. So we'll see kind of how that runs. All right, one last thing, and that is the stock of the day. This is the IBD stock of the day. It's Hyatt Hotels. There's been a lot more strength as of late in the travel and leisure stock. I'm not in this at all. I mean, I'm pretty much all in tech, and so I'm going to have to protect some of my profits. But it does look like the rally is broadening out, and we're getting some nice moves in that area. So this is one thing you might want to look at. Hilton Hotel has a buy point. Hyatt Hotel has a buy point at 122. So if we look at over here, we could definitely buy this at about 122. Let me kind of get this out of the way so you can kind of see the whole thing. But this is the daily chart here, and basically what we're doing here is we're going to be looking at a buy point here. But basically, I think what you could do here, as opposed to this, is do a reversal, is do what they call a cheat. I'm going to put a line on it there. If it moves above this line tomorrow, that's where you want to be. That's where you probably want to buy. If it does, it comes with a cup with a handle, 86 relative strength, so quite strong, and looking pretty good. I mean, definitely looking pretty good here. So this is the stock. This is the stock of the day. Hyatt Hotels. Let's get into some of the questions. Thank you so much for tuning in to my little show. I so appreciate it. All right, so let's take a look at some of the comments. Thank you very much. Amazon. Let's take a look at Amazon. Should we buy it? This is a great question. AMZN. I'm still really bullish, of course, on the on the techs, because that's still making the move. So still really bullish on the techs, and let's pull that up here. Yeah, there we go. So on the techs, on the techs here, Amazon is still right on the 10-day line. The question is, how close to that 21-day line is it? That's really the key. Yeah, see, we're 4%. This is a good place to buy it, absolutely. It's right on the 10-day line. It looks like it's just running right up the 10-day line. I haven't done much with it recently, but I'm looking. This is looking very, very strong. And let's look at the weekly chart kind of to see. Yeah, definitely. We've got a I think we could go all the way up to over 140. So this is looking very, very good. It definitely looks like it could come right off the bottom here. Just want to look at the checklist really quick to see. Yeah, this has got a 78% checklist, so this is looking very good. Yeah, I think this is a buy. So that would be my that would be my take on it. Would be there we go. Would be to go with a buy on this one, because you're close enough to the 21-day line. I think you definitely could buy Amazon at this point. I mean, I think it's I think it's showing really nice action. Let's take a look at the. Yeah, okay. This is what we're doing here. We're looking at the monthly chart here. This goes all the way back, really, and the all-time high is right here. So I think we have smooth sailing really up until about maybe 155 or so. So this could be a nice run. I think we could we could come up here at least to 140. So I think this is probably a good probably a pretty good a bet here would be Amazon. So really thanks for that. That's a good one. Definitely a good one. So let's take a look, see if we've got any questions from TikTok. Thank you so much. All right, let's see. Meta. Oh, let's look at Nvidia. Now I'm still holding part of my position in Nvidia. I did take profits on some of my position in Nvidia, because I just didn't want to let it just didn't want to let it move against me, because when you have profits, that's always a good time to be, considering taking it. Because I'm more of a swing trader than a long-term position trader, though I might change that for Tesla, because I think that Tesla is probably going to go higher, and I think that's just the way of the world. All right, let's see if we can. There we go. So this is from TikTok, coming from TikTok here, and just looking at it, let's take off some of the comments. I'd mark up my charts, and let's see. Let's put that in there. Okay. There we go. All right. So looking at that, this is the NVIDIA chart. This was really the key level right here. At about 339, and then it gapped up, and then we're at the top of the range. So the question is, even though we're really extended, there's a lot of volume coming in here, as you can see. I mean, there's just huge amounts of volume coming in. We were a little bit down, but I do think that we could probably take another bite at it. I'm going to be probably, if NVIDIA moves above here about 430, I probably will buy it again, believe it or not, because I do think that we came off that cup, and it's showing an awful lot of strength. It's 99 relative strength. That means it's in the top 1%. So, normally I wouldn't buy it at this extended. This is very extended, so normally I wouldn't buy it here, but I just think that there's a lot of people, a lot of institutions that want to be in that just want to be in these big cap techs. Now we are 15% above the 21-day line. That's a lot, so that's a little bit worrisome. I kind of want to see a pullback, but I don't know if we're going to get one with NVIDIA. I just don't know if we're going to get one with NVIDIA. So, but I still think it is a good place, possibly to get in here. I would want to see if it's a little bit of a pullback. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow, but I did start taking profits here. I think we're probably going to get a little bit of a pullback. I'd like to buy it again right at about 400. I don't know if I can do that, but it might come down to 400. It might test at 420. That's where I took profit. So I may try to buy it again at 420 if it pulls down to there. But again, this is a tough one because it's so the market is so hot on the big cap techs. I mean, it's just that's really where it's where it's going. So all right, let's take some more questions on love. And this is the airlines. They're getting a lot of strength in the airline stocks. I'm not in the airline stocks, to be honest with you. Just because it's not my favorite place to trade. But look at this chart. This is the Delta Airlines chart. It's just terrific. I mean, if you look at it, we've come, right above the pivot at 39 beautifully. And so we are still we could potentially buy this. I do think we're going to get a pullback. This is kind of extended right now. So I think we're going to get a pullback. So I would want to buy it closer to the 21-day line. Where I would set my limit order, and I would buy this on a limit order, would be at about 39, because the 21-day line here is 39.72. So therefore it is definitely extended. If we drew a line, you can see kind of where we're going. We've made this big move. It's very likely that we're going to pull back down very close to this green line here, the 21-day moving average. That's my guess. So I probably would not be a buyer on. I would buy on a limit order. All right, let's look at Southwest. That's the other one of the airlines that is doing well. This I like a little bit better based on this chart. It's still below the 200-day line. That's a little bit concerning to me. But the question is, could we buy this at a low cheat? So if we draw the reversal line here, yeah, it's come right up to the reversal line. So we really need to move above this. and it's relatively weak. I don't know. I probably would not be buying Delta just because I want to see it reverse. I want to see it reverse. I mean, it's really tough to take them off the bottom, so I would pass on that one. Let's take a look at another tech stock, Palantir, PLTR. Now, I've been trimming my position in this one. I still really like this one. This is a relatively new stock, but it is basically staying right on the 10-day line. So that's something that we could possibly look at. We did have this gap up. The problem is it's very extended. This was the buy point, 10.31 here. But we still have relative strength of 98. So I definitely think this one is going to continue to run. And, I don't know if we can get in on it. It's probably too late to buy it. Let's see how far above that that 10-day line it is. I mean, the 21-day line it is. Let's see. I just want to look here quickly. Yeah, we are basically 15% above the 10 days. Yeah, so we really can't buy anymore here. I've been trimming my position, just taking profits. I definitely think this is too steep. I think we're going to see a drop down to about the 21-day line. So that's kind of where I'm looking at stuff. All right, TikTok. Thank you very much here. Let's see if we can get something. What do you think about NVIDIA on earnings day? Well, that's a good question. Let's look first at AMD, because AMD just announced a graphics chip that may be able to take on NVIDIA. I did take profits on my AMD position, but I'm looking to get back in because I kind of really like this action. It does look like it's going to move above this area. There's strong action here. I want to just take a look to see if we've got some action in the after hours. I'm going to see if I just want to look at the after hours numbers. Yeah. So we're up in the after hours. So this may get ready. This may move higher in AMD. Yeah, and we're close to the 21-day line. We're in a good place to buy this, actually. So we've stepped up, and I think that, we're going to get another base here. This is sort of a mini base. It's not very much of one, but I think we're going to get another base, kind of a mini base, and I think we can go higher. This is AMD, and I'm definitely looking at it for potential. There's no real overhead supply problem. So yeah, I think this needs to consolidate a little bit here. This is looking like a 3-week tight. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is looking like a 3-week tight. So you can see this is a handle here, and then it's 3-week tight in here. So I think this one is getting ready to make a move even higher. AMD. This is one I think that maybe you might want to take a look at this one, because this one is looking like it possibly could go higher. So AMD, I think, watch this one. And I'm looking to get back into AMD. I did take profits, but I'm looking to get back into it because I do think that we're going to see it move higher. I really believe that, based on this chart. I mean, we're starting to form a little bit of a base, not a proper base, but a little bit of a base here. Let me just see what the pattern recognition says on this one. Yeah, it says that we're 24% above the pivot in 21 days. We on a cup basis. So this was the cup here. Yeah, and we've really got. But I definitely think we're going to pause here a little bit, and then we can move higher. So I kind of want to see this pull back down, and I'm going to probably be a buyer again on this one. If it can move up above here. So AMD, definitely something to take a look at. All right, let's take a look at Apple. Okay, this is Apple here. Let's move over to that, and jump on over to Apple. And looks like Apple is really staying right on the 10-day line. So that's really good. Up and after hours. The thing about the Apple is that it's such a large stock that and it's almost at an all-time high. Look at that. Wow. So, can we buy it here? Well, the question is how close to that 21-day line is it? If it's within 5%, it's definitely buyable. Yeah, it definitely is. So it's definitely buyable here. So Apple, that's really interesting. Apple is buyable. So it's definitely buyable at this point. So you could definitely buy it here. We're close enough to the 21-day line, which is right here. We're in this upward trend. We kind of came through this cup. So yeah, this is looking very strong. As as people are moving into the market, I think 89 relative strength, a little bit down, but it's above 80. So let's look at the checklist real quick on it. Yeah, it's a very good checklist for Apple. So definitely a leader here, and definitely at a place that you could buy it. So very interesting, very interesting. I don't own Apple right now. I've been concentrating on other, little bit higher flying. I've been trying to concentrate in Tesla, but I may be pulling back. Can you reveal what you? Can you reveal who you think you're going to go with? Okay. For your analysis software here, absolutely. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be switching my. I'm probably going to be switching my software to StockCharts.com, and there's several reasons for that. I'm going to be doing that kind of transitioning from MarketSmith to StockCharts.com. It just has some features in it that I really like. I mean, I like to keep both of them because I think they're both very, very good, but I probably am going to be going to StockCharts.com, and let me see if I can give you a look-see at that. Let's see if I can see if I can give you a look-see and move over to StockCharts.com. So let's try that. Yeah. And go over here. And I'm just going to log into the stock charts, and let's take a look at the NVIDIA chart. Well, problem is I haven't quite got the parameters right on this one yet. So yeah, there we go. All right, so maybe we can see it better here. See if we can move over. Yeah, there we go. So this is the NVIDIA chart. I think it's a little. Oops, that's the wrong one. So I think this is going to be a little bit easier to see on the screen than MarketSmith was. This is the NVIDIA chart that we're looking at right now, and it gives me a lot of different capabilities here to screen it. But what I was talking about with NVIDIA, I did sell right at 420. You should see right there. We're at 429. This kind of gives you an idea of of where we're at. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be using that. I think they have a pretty good deal if you're interested on that. They have you can get it for pretty good deal. So this is what I'm using right. This is what I'm going to probably start using in the near future stockcharts.com. So, and again, I don't make any money from stock charts, but it lets us, at least in this kind of format, it lets us kind of pan around, which is kind of nice. And so I'm going to try it for a while, see if it works. All right. What's the SoFi buy point past the last trading point? Okay, so let's look at SoFi and see. And I'm going to jump on over to the SoFi chart here. This is SoFi, and basically, let me see if I can put in here. What I'm going to do is I'm trying to put in some of the pivots. Yep, there we go. Okay, so here we are. Basically, and we're definitely above the 10-day line, and we're definitely above the 21-day line here. I believe the last real buy point would have been right here at about 824. We are a little bit extended of that at 974. So really, I think what you have to do is you can really only get up about I would really try to buy this right about 9. That would be my take on this. I'd like to try this to buy this right about 9. Let me just jump back over to some of the MarketSmith charts. And let me just get that real quick for SoFi. A lot of things I like, There we go. Waiting for it to get, there we go. SoFi, and so this is the chart for this is the MarketSmith chart for SoFi, and one of the things that that's Fiserv, excuse me. So let's get SoFi up. There we go. So this is SoFi. This is the market chart for SoFi, and we were looking at it in the we were looking at it using the stock charts a little bit more detail. But I think this will be pretty good idea here. The buy point here 824. We're pretty extended above that. Really, technically, really, we could only buy it up to about there. Technically, this is really the buy point, so it's really extended. 880 would have been the ideal buy point for SoFi. 880 or below. So here's what I would do. I don't know if this is gonna happen, but you notice that it's coming down after hours. Here's what I would try to do. I would set a limit order on this one to see if I could buy it at 880. So I would set a limit order for $8.80, because really anything above that, and I think we're going to get too far extended. It's not going to be good. So that's what I would do. I would set a limit order on SoFi here for about 880. And the reason why, of course, is because, well, that is any more than that, it's extended. Now, I do think that in the after hours, you're already starting to see it pull back. I think this is very, very likely. See, when a stock goes up this steeply, it's always going to pull back. So my guess is the ideal place to buy it would be right about here, at about 880. So right about here is where I think that, you're going to get your best D. So I would set a limit order for that. I wouldn't buy it extended, because that's the problem. What's going to happen is it's come out of this base, it's moved up past the buy point, but it's gone all the way up to 10, and now it's starting to pull back. So I think that what will happen is it's going to pull back, and then it'll probably form a little bit of a handle, and then it will go higher because there's a lot of volume coming in to the stock. This was a largest volume since the last base, so a lot of volume coming into the stock, and but I wouldn't buy it here. We're extended, so I would try to buy it at 880. That's kind of where I would look to. That's kind of where I would look to do it. All right. Well, we covered Tesla before. I think you're a little bit, but let's cover Tesla again and show you. I've been lightening up. I've been taking some profits on Tesla. Well, I haven't yet, but I'm kind of probably take them tomorrow because I had a very nice run up here. We're in the profit zone. This is right here, as you can see. This is 20% from the base. So this represents 20% gain in the price. This is where you want to start taking stuff off. I'm probably going to reduce my position by about a half. I was 75% invested in my portfolio in Tesla. I'm going to take some profits, probably move it down to about 50%. I'm still very, very bullish on Tesla, but I definitely think it's going to adjust down a little bit here. I want to take a little bit of profits. Notice how it's coming down a little bit in the after hours. So this is probably, if you've had the ride up here, which I was fortunate enough to get in on. I came in really at this low cheat here, moved all the way up, and now I did buy it at 260, which is a little bit too high. So I'm going to probably try to sell it about 255 or so. I'm going to trim my position, take some profits, and I think you just got to wait until this comes back closer to the 21-day line. That's what I think is going to happen. It's going to pull back down a little bit, and it's going to come down to that 21-day line. So right now, we've had this tremendous run. I just don't think it right. I think right now is the time to kind of hold a little bit here and take some profits because we want to make sure we don't round trip anything. All right, let's see. Thoughts on Adobe? Yeah, absolutely. This is one of the ones that I'm interested in buying. I have not bought this one. Instead I bought Nvidia and Tesla. So let's see if we can look at this one. ADBE. Yeah, this is extended, but it's coming. Interestingly enough, I mean, this is strange, but I may be buying this one tomorrow, and the reason why, this is why I'm selling my Tesla, because right now, believe it or not, 450 is basically the pivot. So this is not a bad place to buy it. This is, believe it or not, this is not a bad place at all to buy it because it is a little bit above it's 13% above the 10-day line, but I mean the 21-day line, but it's right at the pivot. So I mean it's just above the pivot. There we go. Let's go to the weekly chart. I don't think this has a whole lot of resistance going higher. I mean this stock has been a $600 stock, so it does seem like things are coming back in. Now, here's the thing: is I'm probably not going to buy it until after earnings, but I'm really interested in buying it after earnings. And what I'm probably going to do is, I suspect this is going to pull back on earnings, and that's probably a good place to buy it. I'm going to sell a little bit of my Tesla to make some room in my portfolio, and then buy that. All right, Google, another great stock. These are all really, really good stocks, of course. Let's look at Google. GOOG. Now, I did take profits. I had Google, but I did take profits on it, and I did sell it. I'm looking for another place to get back in because I think it's starting to give us another opportunity. I really like the stock, of course, as well. Let's look at the daily chart here. Yeah, we're almost at the 21-day line. This is a good place to buy it. The relative strength has been moving lower, but I think we're going to get some support here. We've definitely got some action in the after hours. We're a little bit far above the pivot, I believe. Yeah, let's look at the pattern rec here. Yeah, we're 18% below, so we definitely have, an opportunity here. I definitely think it's going to get support right here. This is a good place to buy it. It's a pullback, theoretically. It's a pullback. to that 21-day line, and it does look like, I mean, the earnings are in 41 days, so this is looking very good. This is looking like something we could buy. Let's just, I want to take a look to see with my notes where I sold it, because I did have it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, see, I added there and then I sold it. Yeah, I sold it right about here. So it's pulled back, so it's time to buy it again, I think. Yeah, I trimmed. Yeah, see, I trimmed 25 shares at 122. So we're a little bit above that. So I think we can probably buy it again here. But that's what I'm looking at. So it's definitely on my watch list to buy this one. All right, thank you. Hey Jim, Nvidia's oh gosh, you've got a great deal on Nvidia. You know, I think you should hold it. If you've got an average of 160, I think you're doing really well. What I would do is I would push my stop loss up, but I would push my stop loss up to the 21-day line, but I would hold it. So if you are that's really good. That's really, really good. I wish I had that. I tell you, I have some, but I didn't buy it quite as well as you did. So based on your chart, based on what you're saying there, you basically you got it back here at, wow. So you basically were right about here. So you've had it really since the beginning of January. Boy, that's a nice run. Yeah, you bought it right at the gold. You bought it right at the very close to the Golden Cross. That's really a good buy, by the way. You should pat yourself on the back. This is a really, really good buy that you made on this. This is why the Golden Cross is such a good thing, because this shows you, that it started. This is where it started its run. I mean, I had an entry here before the gap up, and then I did buy some more, but then I sold. I took profits today at 420. I would probably put, in your situation, I would probably look to put a stop loss about 366, 368. That's where I would do it. I would do it right there. I would put a stop loss right there. But I think you're fine. I think you just should hold it and put a stop loss in so that you don't round trip anything. I don't think you will, but yeah. Oh, by the way, yeah, that's true. I mean, that's the thing about part of the reason that I'm moving away from potentially away from MarketSmith is just the cost. I mean, it's really expensive, and I'm I just haven't had as many. It hasn't really been as it's so that's really been the cost. So let's just look at Google in the stock charts. Under stock charts and see if that makes any sense. Let's go over here. There we go. Okay, so this is the same thing with Google. There's certain things that I have to figure out how to put in here, but this is a stock charts view of Google. Now I put in two extra lines here. I put in the I put in the 21-day line here, and I also have a 10-day line. So it's a similar, but as you can see, this has the highs here. So the high on Google, 129.55. We've pulled back to 124. This is not a bad place to buy it. As you can see, it's kind of creating a handle and coming into that 21-day line. I like to trade off of this 21-day line. That typically is the best place to buy it when it's coming down to that 21-day line. But this is the stock charts view, and it definitely is affordable. I mean, more so than that. All right. I've been yammering on here for about 40 minutes. Let's take a look at SCHD. And I want to look at this chart. Oops, come on. Not letting me. SCHD. There we go. This is Schwab, of course. By the way, I use Schwab as a broker, so that's one of my brokers that I use. Yeah, this is looking pretty decent. It's coming up off of the. It's definitely coming up off the bottom here, and it looks like it is going to start to trade above the 200-day line. The only thing I don't like about this is I still think we're in a downward trend. Now the question is, have we broken that downward trend? You know, and that is the issue. Let's see if I can. Trying to see if I can. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, okay. So it's off a little bit for today. You know, here's the thing. I don't like buying it underneath the 50-day line. We're in a downward trend, so I probably would not be. I would not be buying Schwab here. I'd kind of wait. I want to see some more strength, but I don't think I would be buying Charles Schwab here. It's in a downward trend, so I would say, you know, SCHW is in a downward trend. So I probably would not be buying it here. Yeah, I just wouldn't be buying it. I just wouldn't be buying it here. So that's my thing here. So I probably would not be buying would not be buying it here. So yeah. All right, probably take the last ones here. Oh, what was the last $600 stock? Okay, thank you very much. That was Adobe. Let's take a look at Adobe, and I'll show you both charts on that one, so we can take a look at. But that is Adobe. And let's look at that one real quick. Thank you, Trader E. Yeah, that I think we were talking about is Adobe. Now, why did I say 600? Well, if we go to the weekly chart, okay, if we go to the weekly chart, you can see where it's at. I think this is the one you're talking about. Let's go to the monthly. Yeah, okay. So this is the reason Adobe is a buy, because on the monthly chart we're going to a higher high, as you can see. So we've come all the way down, we've tested, we've got a 99 relative strength, and we're making a higher high. So this is likely to go higher, believe it or not. I mean, it's hard to believe, but I definitely think this one is going higher. So this is Adobe, and I definitely think it's a buy, based on the technical action. I mean, it's got a good checklist, and I think on the technical action, it is a buy. I want to look at this on the stockcharts.com website to see kind of if that makes sense. And all I'm doing now is, there we go. I'm just updating it. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So I think this is the one you were talking about. This is the one I was talking about. This is Adobe, and let's see if I can. There we go. So this is the Adobe chart here, and as you can see, way back in August 8th of last year, it was already at 451. So if we move across Oops. We go here. Yeah, if we move across here, we're already beyond that. We're on, we're at the higher high. So, and we're consolidating. So here is a place that I definitely think we can we can go here. So this is one that I was talking about, the $600 stock, but it wasn't 600. I think it's more like 400. There you go. All right, last call is for Oracle, and let's take a look at Oracle, because this may be actionable as well. This had a tremendous day today, and Oracle hasn't done hardly anything in a long time. But I do think that they have some AI stuff. They've been restructuring. They moved their headquarters to Austin, and they've just been doing great in the last few months. So looking at the chart for Adobe. This is Adobe. And this is the chart. This is the chart for Adobe. And what we're seeing is we're seeing tremendous volume come in here. This is the reason why, this is Oracle that we're seeing. I'm sorry, not Adobe. What am I thinking here? This is Oracle. My mistake. So this is Oracle here, and we've been moving right up the 10-day line. We broke with the 10-day line. Here's the thing: you need to, if you're going to buy this, you need to buy it a little bit closer to the 10-day line, because it's moving right up the 10-day line. Here's what I would do: I would probably try to I would probably try to go right at about put a limit order right at about 115. Now I don't know if it'll pull back that low, but if it does, I think you're going to get a super buy, because this is definitely going higher, and it's definitely looking very good. But you want to buy it close to that 10-day line if you can. Obviously, the best place to buy it would be at the 21-day line. As you can see, it's come down and it's tested a few times. So, if you're looking to buy this one, I would try to buy it right about at the ideal place to buy it is about 107, 108 as it pulls back. And I do think it will pull back a little bit, but because it gapped up like this, we're likely to see it not pull back all the way to the 21-day line, but just to the 10-day line. So a good place to set a limit order would be about 111 or 112. That would be a good place to do it. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. By the way, if you aren't already a member of Dallas Trading Floor, Roku. Let's take Roku, the last one, and take Roku here. And let me put Roku in. And so this is Roku. And it's coming right up here to this is the pivot on it, 76 76.24. Now let me just put the pivots on here just to kind of look at that. So let me put in one of the indicators. I'm going to put in the pivots. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Put the RSI in there. Well, just put the RSI. Yeah, that's probably good. Gives us an idea kind of where we're going. Yeah, this is definitely overbought, so probably don't want to buy this at this level. It's still, I still think that the way to buy this one, this is Roku. Yeah, let's look at this. Yeah, this is Roku. The way to buy this one, this is very overbought, as you can see. So what I would do is I would wait for it to pull down to the 21-day line. So here's what I would do with this one. I definitely think it's buyable. I think it's going higher, but I wouldn't chase it here. I would buy it at the 21-day line, which is about 63.60. So that's kind of where I would be most interested in buying that for Roku. So, all right. Well, thanks everybody. Thanks so much for taking a look at the show. Always remember, I'm at www.dallastradingfloor.com. You can sign up for our action trade alerts. I'm going to be doing some modifications on that. I'm moving to a different vendor on that one, but I think it's going to be a lot better than it's been, with email alerts and everything. So, go to www.dallastradingfloor. Also, please like the show, like the show, and so please like it. Also, if you could subscribe, please subscribe to the show on YouTube, because that really helps us. So youtube.com, so just go to youtube.com/DallasTradingFloor and sign up for that. I'll be back tomorrow at 5, hopefully. And till then, everybody, happy trading. Thanks for tuning in, and please share this with other people if you can. I'm trying to get some more subscribers always, and I'm going to be coming out with a Patreon account here, which really would help me. It helps me with getting the right software and paying for that. So I really appreciate that too. I'm going to be doing a Patreon thing here pretty quickly with some free some free lists and that kind of thing, and that's coming up. So until then, everybody, happy trading, and I'll see you tomorrow back here at 5.